Hello, one and all, this is Nerdcraft here, bringing you a Korean ladder matchup game here. Spawning on the southern position of ESV Cloud Kingdom is going to be our red Protoss player, Incredible Miracle's very own Ready, or also known as I Am Ready, which, that's why I love the name Incredible Miracle, because of their initials, I Am. So it's like I am happy every single time at the GSL or GSTL when they announce him. He's like, here, spawning on the upper right hand corner, our red Terran player, he is I am happy, you know, because they had like the announcer things. But enough about that. Here, spawning on the northern position of ESV Cloud Kingdom is going to be our blue Terran player, who is the recent pickup for Team Liquid, none other than Liquid Tasia himself, Code S Terran player, and everything else, all that goody goods. Now, TVP on this map, sorry, I'm just going to say ahead of time, forgive me if all of a sudden I start going like this, because I'm trying to train myself to get used to 3000 DPI. I went from 2000 DPI to 3000 DPI. It's a lot bigger of a jump than I thought it was. So if my mouse goes crazy all of a sudden, please forgive me for that. So PVT on this map, very interesting. You know, it's a two-player map, but it's still big enough to get away with those 1-gate expansions, maybe even 15 command centers first, and it has this nice choke here, which you don't usually see utilized in TVP as much as it's utilized in PVZ. But we do see that Terran often go bunker, and then bunker, supply depot, supply depot, supply depot, because it's just a really good wall off regardless of who you're playing up against. But another downfall to that is that you kind of lose this, you do lose the control of this around here, and we see that Tasia is going for a 15 command center, no barracks actually, so command center first. Just like I was saying, you know, you can get away with these kind of really crazy early builds, and then we see this probe here trying to do some harass, but is not gonna be able to stop that SCV, and now we see the bunker coming down. And this probe is just getting the biggest scout of all. Of course, when you see that 15 command center, you're going to have to assume that there's no gas. But you still want to check them anyway. But you know, there's not going to be gas in a 15 command center going down. Here we see the gateway has finished up. And looks like Ready is going to respond by doing a Nexus before core. And 2 barracks are coming up as well. As to what Ready is going to be doing in his playstyle, not too sure. We see a lot of, we've been seeing a lot of very gateway orientated high Templar builds, especially with Creator Prime. Or no, it was not Creator, it was a Parting, yeah, Startails Parting, you know, doing that kind of like really early high Templar builds, and you know that comes down to putting the right storms down and things like that. And then we've been seeing players like Squirtle, Startails Squirtle, who's been figuring out this 2-base Colossus push that just really kills off Terran. So as to what we're going to be seeing coming out of Ready, not 100% sure. We see that the pylon is going down over in the whoa, that's cool. It should be the grid system, but apparently not. As you see, the pylon here is going down by that ramp. Wouldn't be surprised to see a gateway or something put down, you know, kind of as a protection. Man, that's really pretty, but also really annoying for me. Now, what do we have coming up for Tasia? He's gotten both of his orbital commands finished up, getting a bunker just for that protection. That's the thing when you do a build like this, you need to protect yourself as fast as possible. Still no gases have been added on for Tasia, so looks like he's going to be very marine reliant on this. And SCV over here just doing some scouting. Don't even think a single Zealot has come out for Ready, which is pretty crazy. What's up over here? Probe, yeah, so a Sentry is going to be coming out, which is a good choice. Oh, no, a Stalker, then a Sentry. But that's a good choice for Ready anyway, because if you're expecting some sort of early Marine pressure, which Tasia would most likely do when he does decide to pressure, it's going to be all Marines. You're going to want those Sentries out and full of energy as fast as possible, because, you know, then you can just completely separate, you know, divide and conquer, pretty much what Protoss do against Terran. And we see a Forge coming up. I thought I saw it too, but apparently my eyes had deceived me, unless Ready accidentally made a Forge and decided to cancel. Can't really tell. No, he didn't. You can tell by the mineral count. If it's not divisible by 5, then they canceled something, because it's all 5s and 10s. That's just how it works. Tasia here, we see that Ready is trying to get a scout in there, but Tasia easily able to reflect that because of that bunker. And, you know, quite frankly, not surprising at all that, you know, Ready's trying to find something, and Tasia has gotten his gas, and he's going for, it looks like 4 barracks here with 2 tech labs, no reactors yet, getting stim right away, and pumping out 4 Marines at a time. So he is going very... I'm sorry, I got distracted because people like decide to move furniture around and stuff, and they did it in the most annoying, loud way possible. So I heard that. I hope you guys don't hear it. I also got new headphones too. Talk about going off on a tangent. I got Corsair Vengeance 1500 series. Oh, they're so nice. 7.1 Dolby surround sound and everything. Oh, Corsair is so awesome. And hey, if anyone from Corsair is listening, I'm looking for a sponsor. Hey, I always gotta do those shameless plugs. We also have Combat Shield coming up too. Interesting that we don't have Concussive Shell coming up right away, and 2 Marauders are beginning to be produced. So I find that interesting mainly because you want to get Concussive Shell out as fast as you can, just in case there's some sort of push. You can slow down Stalkers, things like that. But you know, when you have this amount of Marines, Honey Badger just doesn't care. And this Stalker trying to pick off a Marine or 2. Looks like he's not going to be able to pick off the Marines, leaving the wounded one in the front because hey, you're already half in the grave. Might as well just keep you in the front of the army. Kind of sick, kind of like sick-minded when you think of some of the stuff that these that StarCraft 2 players do. Like, oh, I need to get rid of those Banelings. I'm gonna drop a Marine on them. Now imagine if that Marine was actually a real person. That would just suck so much. It's like, you, get out of the helicopter. Why, sir? There's a landmine. There's a landfield down below us. We need to make sure that they're cleared. It's like, what? I don't know what to say. This Stalker was shooting at something. It looks like it was the walls, and the Marines are going to be coming in here. Not going to be able to pick him off. Starport finally coming up. Really late Starport there. But the reactor is coming out on the factory for that. It's kind of just the way this build has been orientated. Because, wow, he's getting 2 reactors. Huh. Usually you mostly see 3 tech labs, 3 tech labs, 1 reactor on 4 bunkers. But of course he's adding 3 more bunkers. So Taja's really ramping up his production. If we check out the income here, 57 probes to 53 SCVs. No surprise there that Ready is ahead economically, and he's also adding 1, 2, 3 more gateways to his already 5 existing gateways, and he's adding a second forge there. He's getting level 2 armor already, which is really good. That indicates very heavy zealot, composition when you get those. When you've been focusing on getting those, when you've been focusing on mainly getting those armor right away. We see that there was a Nexus over here forcefully canceled by a single Marine. He is like the most badass Marine in all of Marine land. And High Templar is coming forward here. Looks like he's going to have the engagement. We're going to try to land those money. So Storm has finished, and these High Templar all have energy for at least 1. Warping coming in over there. Single Zealot, going to be able to take it out. But now the army is actually moving over here to this pylon. Going to see if he can try and deny that third while he takes his third. Of course, Tejas has his established right now. There are no medevacs out, however. Pay attention to that, because if Tasia were to just A-click with this army into that army, it's not going to be good for him at all. There's quite a bit of sentries there. 4 sentries, 4 High Templar, or 6 High Templar actually, 2 being left behind to stop drops, things like that. And pylon over here going to be planted down as this probe sees, oh hey, look at that, you got a third. Now this probe's going to come in here and establish a third as well. Ready's a little supply block right now, or not anymore, 102 to 148. The army coming up here is like, yeah, we're not messing with that, Ready, and they're going to see that pylon right away. Going to be able to take that out. Mobius Reactor and level 1 armor on the way. Taja finally getting his upgrades, which is, wow, it kind of seems really late for upgrades. You know, like, it seems really late in the game to start your upgrades. But we haven't had much activity going on, just a little posturing here. Mobius Reactor pretty close to finishing, about 20 seconds to go. And then we have the 2 Ghosts coming up, as well as 6 Marines and 2 Marauders. Oh, sorry about that. And just kind of the army walking around here. Ready has not been adding much to his army at all. I just want to point that out. Adding very, very little, because he's just been constantly producing probes. We'll now have 73 SCVs to 57 probes. So there goes that theory right out the door. And it's just, well, it's interesting to think that, because if Ready is not producing much army units, which he's not, well, he has been focusing mainly on upgrades. He's getting charged right now. I do believe he has Blink for his Stalkers. No, he does not have Blink for his Stalkers, but he did get Storm. He got High Templars rather early. There's sentries over here. Gonna try and see if he can take out this factory. Warps and Zealots to take out a factory. Unfortunately, that does not work, mainly because, you know, Zealots can't shoot air. And here we have Taja's army coming in, stimming a couple units forward. Gonna see if they can pick off that probe. Nice storm goes down, but unfortunately it's only on a handful of units, and charge is not finished yet for these zealots, and Taja knows that right now. But Taja needs to attack now if he wants to make sure that he can really kite those zealots really well. Unfortunately, it looks like he's gonna get out of there and allow charge to finish up. Robotics Bay finishing just now. Extended thermal lance not on its way yet. And the army here coming over here. Nice storm goes down right on all of those bio forces there. Marines and Marauders. Another storm goes down. Not getting that much, but is able to take out a single Marine. Again, we have no extended thermal lance nor Colossus coming up. 6 zealots coming in right now, being warped in. So pretty much what's going on here is Taja's trying to find that weak, kind of like that chink in the armor for Reddy, because Reddy, he's going back and forth. That's what's nice about Cloud Kingdom is the third and natural are so nicely close together. And here, ooh man, oh, get the feedback on the ghost. Oh, massive feedbacks goes out, gets 3 ghosts, and now these ghosts are actually not going to be able to do anything. Gets an EMP on the sentries, but I don't think any of the High Templar were present. No, all the High Templar still have plenty of storms, so a little slip up there from Taja, just not getting it right, just not getting those EMPs down and losing all of his ghosts as a result. Storm does go down, not hurting that much, but you know, if a couple storms go, I'm losing the ability to talk right now. Personal cloaking is about to finish up here. 3 more ghosts on the way, but if, like I was saying it though, if Reddy got a couple nice storms down on that army, it would just completely disintegrate, because it's a mainly Marine force, and Marines just have this tendency of dying in storms. It's not a nice tendency that they have. The 4th here being established for Taja, no surprise there. Getting a planetary fortress though, instead of trying to rely on those orbital commands all the time now. And probe goes down as well as a pylon, trying to establish his 4th there Reddy, but unfortunately not able to. We have this pylon over here, the probe just chilling, and here we have a massive engagement here. Chargers coming in, a single Colossus is in that composition, but now he's going to come retreat there so he can get some storms down. One nice storm goes off, another great storm going out there. Oh, a lot of Marines are in the red, just like what I was saying. You know, this army will just disintegrate to storms really fast because of the amount of Marines that are in there. Level 2 weapons has finished up, and level 2 armor finishing up for the Terran player, but we have a 3-1 Protoss army, and level 2 is just about to finish, and level 1 is shields. So once Reddy starts going into Archons, you know, he's going to really be able to just eat through stuff, because, you know, armor upgrades don't exactly affect Archons that great, but shield upgrades, however, affect it really nicely. So now that Reddy's starting to take control of the map here, the music is going in right on the perfect kind of cue, you know, really high and upbeat, just ready to put some action down. The factory here floating over. I can only imagine like the captain who's flying this factory. It's like, main base, this is main base. Yep, we have a Nexus being built here. Alright, Factory 54, call us back when any new developments happen. And then they're like, 20 minutes later, because this guy who's flying this factory isn't exactly the smartest of men, he's just sitting there. All of a sudden, main base here. Yeah, this is Factory 54 here. Yes, Factory 54, what's happened? Well, the Nexus is still building. That's no surprise. I'm not going to do that again, because apparently it hurts my nose when I do that. And who knows how bad it sounds. Level 2 ship weapons coming up here. We have a lot of Vikings being produced, at least 2 at a time. Already like 6 on the field, but massive storms of feedbacks going down here. Unfortunately, the Vikings are going to be able to eat through all of these Colossus, but not fast enough before all this bio is cleaned up, mainly because all those perfect storms going down. And all the Zealots have been killed, save for these 4 right here. Now oh man, wait a minute, there's suddenly Zealots out of everywhere. Whoa, holy crap. Zealots come out of freaking nowhere, and the entire army, except for a single Marine, 2 Vikings, and 4 Medivacs, gets cleaned up. But there's a pretty even exchange there for Taja. You know, he loses his entire cheap bio army, and what happens? Reddy loses a majority of his Zealots, a lot of High Templar, 2 Colossus, a couple of sentries, things like that. So, you know, all in all, the trade was pretty darn good for Taja, and we have a nuke being made right now, as well as a Dark Shrine right now. Now I can see it just right now. Oh, whoa! Hit my mic by accident. Oh man. There we go. Storm going down on those Vikings, which is really good. Want to make sure you storm those Vikings, because want to squishy them up as best as possible. 7 ghosts being made right now. The Dark Shrine about halfway done. 2 Colossus on their way, and level 3 weapons about halfway done. So this is like upgrades wise, this army is much more superior already. And looks like he's going to be going over here, checking for a 5th. He's going to see that the 4th is indeed already down here. I'm sure he knows about that. You know, he does know now. And we also have an engagement coming in over here, just a little back and forth. And the 3rd is going to be taken out by the looks of it, at least harassed. Taja's going to have to he's going to be forced to bring some units back over here, taking the bunkers out, so that way the Marines have no place to go. 2 zealots here coming up in the mineral lines right now. Now 3 zealots, and we have a little bit of engagements here coming off in the middle of the storm going down. These cannons are going to really help to add to that army. We have no Vikings, and we have a nuke going down. Of course, as I say no Vikings, there's like 5 Vikings in the forward. But they are not able to eat through these Colossus fast enough. Great storms going down there from ready. Going to be able to clean up this Bioforce again. Oh, that storm right there was able to take it all out. Looks like the nuke was not able to land. And now the Zealots here coming forward. Those reinforcements coming in. GG from Tasia. Look at that. The Zealots cleaned up the entire mineral line. Dare I see how much SCVs were killed. 21 SCVs killed over here. And just those beautiful storms from Ready, and not to mention the fact that, you know, it seems every single time he had the Colossus starting to engage, the Vikings were just not in the right position, and as a result, you know, just able to eat through those bio armies really well, not to mention the early upgrades and the nice storms. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this game as much as I enjoyed casting. My name is Nerdcraft. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like StarCraft 2 games that are full of awesome action, as well as you can follow me on Twitter if you want to. Go ahead, follow me on Twitter, but please subscribe to me on YouTube. My Twitter is @nerd_craft, and you just get updates as to what I'm going to be casting, what I'm going to be casting, as well as just like normal banter, stuff like that, as well as when I go live on my live stream on twitch.tv. So yeah, and then, you know, of course, you'll get awesome games like this constantly. I feel, you know, I haven't uploaded in about 2 weeks or so. I feel really bad because, well, let's see here. I've been busy past couple of weeks, and then I was going to cast over the weekend, but I had a school breaks, and I went home, and unfortunately my casting stuff wasn't at home. I wasn't able to bring my casting stuff along, so I wasn't able to really get any casting done over the weekend. But hey, you know, I got one done. Yes, I got one done, and I'm ready to go. Awesome. Sorry for the long wait for a game, guys. Anyway, my name is Nerdcraft. That's it. I am out.